the year 6 CE, a fire devastated Rome. In response, Emperor Augustus did something that had never been done before in the history of the empire. He created a permanent team of firefighters who used buckets, just like this one. Augustus understood that individuals alone can't protect themselves from fires. They need help from the community. When one person's house is on fire, that creates a risk for everyone else's homes. And so what we've had these last few years is like a horrific global fire. The COVID pandemic has killed millions and upended economies. And we want to stop that from happening again. COVID, it's hard to overstate how awful it's been. It's increased the health inequities between the rich and the poor. Survival depended partly on your income, your race, the neighborhood you lived in. And so we should seize this opportunity to create a world where everyone has a chance to live a healthy and productive life. Also, a life free from the fear of the next COVID-19. When I was on the stage in 2015, I was one of many people who said we weren't ready and we needed to get ready. We didn't. The speech actually was watched by a lot of people, but 90% of the views were after it was too late. So now I hope the need is clear. And of course, we've learned a lot. During this pandemic, a lot of things worked well, a lot of things didn't work well. And so we have all that knowledge to build a prevention system. COVID-19 can be the last pandemic if we take the right steps. So how? What are these steps? Well, let's go back and look at what the Romans did. Think about how over time we've gotten good at preventing big fires. Fire prevention is kind of this pervasive thing. It's well funded, it's well understood. If an alarm went off right now, everyone here would know we're supposed to calmly gather, go out and wait instructions. We know that help would be on the way because we have lots of trained firefighters who practice. The United States alone has 370,000 full-time firefighters, even more than I guessed that number would be. We also have access to water. The United States, for example, has almost 9 million fire hydrants. And so that type of investment, that type of practice, that type of system is what we need to stop pandemics. Now, often in movies we'll have pandemics, and I'm always impressed with what takes place. Let's look at an example of this rapid response. Well, that's quite impressive. We don't need the music, but otherwise, we saw exactly what should happen. An outbreak's detected very quickly, literally within days. Doctors are dispatched. They have a helicopter to get into exactly ground zero.
Thank you very much, sir. This is where I stand. From this end, simultaneously to San Francisco, the Pentecost, Israel. You will have distancing to look at, and so you will remember all the commands at this area command and state CID worldwide of the Lord, that you may obey them and not prostitute yourself by chasing after the loss of your own hearts and eyes. We got the CBS and we've got the Hearth. It is where KOGI East and West is commissioned to be an alternative hand we can call the Hearth countries. There are three now: Abuja, KOGI East, KOGI West. After we cut so, we discover here that God is actually by himself commissioned this area command, where we would need helicopters. But what is our responsibilities? God had come here, he said, majorly, Matthew, within 7 days, within this 10th week, within this 15th month that is running off, since December 25th, 2021, what God actually started here within the plan A and B, which is between A and B, is to beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep clothes, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. This is our major work here as area command. You will note that it doesn't want Israel Pentecost to have not to have started right now with me, with an officer called Samuel. He's a lucky guy. It's different from Samuel Netanyahu, that you may obey them and not prostitute, meaning don't go through another idea. Don't prostitute your nation by casting after or chasing after all the laws of your own heart. The very key locations of San Francisco is at Hearth. But we started with Abuja, financing where there are more than 21 to 25 trillion naira forwarded to the IMF, meaning the International Male and Female, which we call it the International Monetary Funding, or our own highs, my own highs, the CBS, Central Broadcasting System. And I'm commissioning that 21 to 25 trillion title. The IMF boss is a strong lady that I resigned at the time, but she might come back to work again. At this junction, I wouldn't like to deceive you, but that to give you the clue, which I call the incentive. Jeremiah 10 verses 1. Here now, San Francisco Pentecost of Israel, or Israel Pentecost San Francisco Area Command, Occupation Police by the commander and the state CID. He is a commander and the state CID, like I am here at Area Command. Hear ye the word which the Lord hath spoken unto you, O house of Israel. At this junction, at the next time, what will the world trade be bargaining with you? It is that time more than they gave away. And that is why we waste not your own time today.